As the number of millionaire increases, the number of people reaching bankruptcy as well as being broke is ultimately increasing too. In this video, I'll be sharing with you some common sense tips that will help you to avoid being broke. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then you need to keep on watching. Welcome back again to the channel. My name is Abimbola, and if this is your first time of seeing this beautiful face, that is my name. And if you're new, definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of things going on the channel, ranging from relationship advice to self-love to faith, and right now we're talking about money. So feel free to check out the playlist, and of course subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell beside it so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. So, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking around with me. So let's talk about how to stop being broke, right? See, I'm also guilty. I'm also guilty about some of these things that I'll be sharing with you guys. All right, but first thing first, what are the things that you need to do to avoid being broke? One of the things that I'll be talking about is is inability to set financial goals. Yes, because the truth is, if you don't set financial goals, there's no way you will not be broke at the end of the day. Because what that means is that any money that is just coming to you, any money that is just entering your account, the money is just going to where it's not supposed to go to, because you don't have a set goal. All right, so but what does it mean to have a goal? It means that the goal needs to be smart. Yes, it means that you need to be specific. The goals need to be measurable. It needs to be achievable, and it needs to be time bound. You can't just be like, I want to set financial goals, and you don't even know the duration is going to take. You need to know whether, okay, fine, this financial goal I'm about to set, is going to last for, let's say, 3 months, or it's going to last for 6 months. You need to know when, all right? Because, it's more like you gaining admission into a university, and then when you get there, you are asking them that, okay, fine, so this particular course that I'm enrolling for is going to take 4 years, and they're like, we don't even know if it's going to take 4 years or it's going to take 2 years. Anytime you finish, that's when you finish. Please, would you like to still be in that school? Of course not. So that means that the goals that you're setting, it needs to be time bound. So from now on, as you're watching this video, if you haven't set your financial goals yet, make sure you set it. But then, why do we need to set financial goals? Number one, we need to set financial goals because it makes us to be focused. Yes, because there's a goal ahead of you. There's something that you want to achieve, and all of that. It also makes us to be productive, yeah, and it's also makes us to be less wasteful. Yes, because if you have a goal that you've set for yourself, because you're like, okay, maybe at the end of 3 months, I want to have, let's say, $500 in my account, or I want to have $2,000, in my account. And then someone comes around to meet you, and then they're like, there's this party that I'm preparing for. I just want you to borrow me this money and all of that. Because you have a goal, you will not want to take out of that money, except you have another fund somewhere else to spare. You understand? So setting financial goals, it makes us to be less wasteful. All right. So next, the reason one of the things to avoid being broke is that you should stop buying something that you cannot afford. And yes, I am calling all you people out. All of you that will buy Ashwebi, that will buy material of Ashwebi at Lagos Island, a co-market, you buy it for 15K. And then you now come and be selling that same material for 35,000 and 40K. Yes, I'm calling you out. What are you trying to achieve? Right? But then it's not their fault anyways. If you can afford it, it's fine. But if you can't afford it, I feel it's important for you to let your friend know that you can't afford it. Because trust me, at the end of the day, you are going to be broke. You'll be drinking Gary. Is that what you want? Just because you want to please your friend. Because I feel that if truly they are your friend, they should be able to understand that, hey, I can't afford this, at this particular time, and all of that, which is very, very, very good. You get? So because there are a lot of things that you need to really consider. Like someone would now be like, okay, fine, Beams, I want you to buy this material it's going to cost 40,000 naira. I will still sew it though. You know how much my tailor is going to like charge? You will still sew, you will still do makeup, like you want to pepper them gang. You will still do makeup, you will still take Uber, abi you want to be jumping balls. So all those money, when you calculate it, how much is going to be? Sure, you understand. But like I said earlier, if you can afford it, but if you cannot, my dear sister and brother, please tell them, I'm sorry, I cannot afford it. You get, so basically that's one of the ways, you know, to avoid being broke, right? So it's fine like that. If they're your friend, they will understand. People, if so far you're getting value from this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Yeah. Give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and let me know in the comment section down below what you're really enjoying, you know, in this video. And also share your experience as well. How has the journey been for you, you know, basically? Have you ever been in a scenario whereby you were broke? Let me know in the comment section down below. So moving on, another thing that, you know, you need to do to avoid being broke, guys, is that you need to be disciplined. Because if you are not disciplined, my sister, you will be broke. And discipline in the sense that it's not everything that they bring to you that you should buy. In case you missed my video on how to save more money in 2022, I'll put a link to it here, or you can check it out in the description as well. You see, it's not everything that comes to you that you need to buy. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Because at the end of the day, when you're not disciplined, that means that anything that comes, you're going to buy it. Any clothes, you're going to buy it. Any shoe, you're going to buy it. Any hair, you're going to buy it. So I remember I wanted to like buy one hair like that. I've always liked this hair, yeah. So I'm like that, okay, I saw the hair and I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to get this hair and all of that. So I made the inquiry and they were like that, in Naira, yeah. They're like that, yeah, it's like, I think 68,000 naira. So I'm like, okay, fine, it's still okay. Then I just remember that there's this hair that I have at home. And I'm like, why would you buy another hair? You can actually just revamp and, you know, make it look good and all of that. So it means that if you're also in that kind of situation, there are some things that you don't need to buy again. You understand? You already have them. All you need to do is just to rearrange, revamp, and, you know, you're good to use them. You use them again. You understand? So it means that you need to be extremely disciplined. So another thing that you want to do, you know, to avoid being broke is that you need to stop borrowing. Yes, my sister, my brother, don't borrow to impress. Because if you borrow to impress, you are going to drink garri at the end of the day. So there's no need to borrow and impress. Especially you want to pepper them on Instagram. Do you know them before? Do you know how they are making their money? But because you're like, no, this is the latest thing that is trending. And again, it is now on TikTok. You now also want to trend. You better ask questions. So, you know, there's no point for you to borrow to impress. Yeah, you can actually borrow to invest. That is, even if it's necessary, borrow to invest. And then you know that, okay, this thing is, I'm going to get like a lot of things, you know, from it in return. It's better to invest than to impress, because the truth is, nobody actually cares, right? Because if you are there now, you're like, I don't have money, People will now be like, are you not a big girl? You get? So to avoid all those stories I touch, make sure that you're disciplined, you know, with your finances. So another point, you know, that I will be talking about, same on this particular topic. This is very important as well. You know, is that when you don't plan, right? So that if you don't plan, a lot of things is going to happen. Okay, so, you know, you need to plan your finances. So for me, yeah, basically this is what I do. I'm like, okay, fine, at the end of this particular month, this is what I want to achieve. Like, I have where I put down, you know, my goals, you know, my target, yeah, basically my target, what I want to achieve and all of that. And that comes with planning. So, you know, you also need to plan your finances very well. So guys, I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from this video, all right? And then if you do, please let me know in the comment section down below which of the points is your take home. Yes, as usual. Let me know which of the points is your take home. And then thank you so much for watching. And I would like to say this, I'm so sorry I was away for a while. I'm so sorry. I just needed to take some time off, because you see, this YouTube thing, if you're not careful, the pressure can actually be so much. on you, and I don't want the pressure to actually be too much on me, so I just needed to just take some time off. So you missed me. Yes, I miss you too. And big shout out to Long Life channel. Thank you so much for reaching out to me in the comment section. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So yeah, we are back, and thank God for that. So I will see you in another video, guys. Until next time, please stay blessed and stay fabulous.